Shidim Shuri. It is Saturday, May 3rd, 2025. 2 more weeks. In 2 Saturday, it will be the last stream. So keep that in mind. In 2 Saturday, it will be the last stream. I will say bye-bye to YouTube. But let's get on with this week. It's gonna be a fairly quick one, I think, because it's gonna be a very common theme across the board for most stock: trim. That's it. Not much is cheap to buy, but everything is at spot to trim for traders. Keep in mind, I am a trader. I'm not a hodler. Oh, that term has disappeared, huh? Remember, for those that into crypto, for many years, you heard the term diamond hands. When the last time you heard crypto bros talk about diamond hands? I don't pay enough attention to crypto bros, but I can only guess that the term diamond hands has pretty much evaporated from the lingo that they used to throw out there. If you're doing crypto, if you're trading crypto back in 2017, 2018, 2019, as I got started back then, you heard that multiple times everywhere on YouTube and social media. Diamond hands. Well, right now, crypto, BTC, not high enough to trim more, but I sold cover calls on my iBit. For now, it's doing its thing, and don't ask me why. You're gonna have to ask the crypto bros why it's doing well. MicroStrategy, definitely trim time. Yeah, look, ref high, wick, yeah, trim some. I did. Okay, TLT, struggle, continue to struggle, can't seem to get over the hump. Not much to say. Even with weak econ data, fear, inflation, who knows? You know, I'm out of the business of understanding why people are so fearful to own. Well, I cannot know. It's only so much money around to chase after Max 7. Dia, behave TA wise. Yeah. Time to go. Trim. Yes. Get up there. Get to the 200 and I will short. SPY. Getting up there. Ref high. Getting close. Get up there and I will look for bear spread. QQQ. Right to the 200, getting close. Would I short? Not yet. But basically the QQQ has retraced half of what it lost, right? Actually more than half. Make a look. From here to here is a full range, right? So everything is behaved like it should in a down bear market. Did I say bear market? Oh my God, how dare you say that? How dare I say it? But yeah, for the brave, this could be the start. I'm a little bit more cautious, so I wait for the up there. For sure. Okay, anything above the 100, I'm looking to short. But for me, it's getting close. Big Max 7 earning is, I believe, almost done. Okay, so all the fuel of Max 7 has been built in the last week and a half. So I think it's near the end, if not the end. So I think the run is over. But if it overrun into the 100, yeah, bear spread time. But I'm not saying I rule out doing a bear spread here. If I sense that this is it, I don't know until next week. But if I sense that this is it, then yeah, I look to do a bear spread with something like say a 492.5, 472.5 kind of range. Yeah, it's coming. IWM into resistant. Yeah, it's time to trim. All right, let's do Mag 7. Start out with Tesla. Earnings already there. Trim time at the 200. Yeah. Next up, Nvidia. Nvidia is the only one that has not had earning, but it has one of those weird calendar, so you're not gonna see earning until last week of May. So it's the last one of the Mag 7. It's the only one left. Okay. But it's up there. Where would I trim? Up there, give me 121. Nvidia managed to gap below my stop back here, and I'm gonna put my stop in up there. Okay, but if it get anywhere, if it get to the right up here, the 200 100 confluence, almost at 123 124, I'm selling. I might even blow out all my position. Okay, if it get up there, at least half my position would be out at that point. Okay, I would trim. I'm not gonna wait until there. I would start trimming if I see anything near 120. Okay, but by 124 125, it's gonna be half out, if not all out. Meta, what a run into trimming time. Yeah, 615, next level to trim. Google, looking good. Would I trim more? If you want to trim at the 166-ish ref high, you can. But for me, I'm gonna stay greedy and wait until 170 to 172 in that range up there. That's my next spot. Microsoft, what a move. What a move. But I think it's wise to trim. At the least, I'm raising my stop right here, low of day Thursday on, I believe I raised it to 25%, roughly something like that of my position. Too much here, too much to not raise your stop. Okay. Amazon, resistance. If you still have it, make sure you trim. And 200 for sure. Yeah. Apple, not low enough to buy, not high enough to sell. But would I buy? I sold put spread on the dump, so I have a put spread down here, to be exact, at the gap fill. Now, would I buy Apple if it get to the 20? I say yes. I have an order at 198, just in case it come down that low. But I buy. Okay, I would buy Apple. I sell put spread. I'll probably add another put spread next week on weakness, if there is weakness. Yeah. Is that everything? I think so. I think I covered the Mag 7. Let's take a look at other big tech. IBM, time to go. At least trim. Yeah. Next up, I would say you can go 250 or 254, 254 or 255-ish. Yeah. Adobe, Nice move the past week and a half. 389 is a definite trim. Okay, right there. Can I get up to 405? Sure. Trim. I have nothing. I'm out. I'm done. I move on. I have not looked at Cisco until now. Cisco coming back into 50 MA and 100. Trim time. Earnings coming up, so watch out. Watch out. In about 2 weeks or less, yeah, I'm gonna stay out of it. Now, if Cisco sell off on earnings, maybe. Okay. All right, let's move on to Big Pharma. FV into resistance. Trim time. Do it. And if you have ordered at the gap fill at 201, do that. Nice move, no doubt. Eli Lilly, I bought a little bit, sold a bunch of put spread, made money. Would I buy or add more to Eli Lilly on weakness? Yes, 797. Again, I do have an order at 788 that had been sitting there since Thursday. But depending on the weakness on Monday, I might buy at the 20 MA. For sure, I will look to sell put spread again down here somewhere. The highest would be 765, 760. That would be the highest. If there is enough juice below for the 755, then yeah, that's safer. But until the market open next week, I don't know what kind of juice I can get, but I like it. JSK. I trim, I got out, I'm done, I'm out. Okay? Would I come back? Yes. When? I'm gonna put an alert. Right there. So when that go off, I know it has breached a level of support below the 50, below the 200, and maybe do a naked put down at the 35 level ish. Yeah, but that's the play. The play is wait. Can it run? Sure it can, but I'm not in it, not right now. I bought back into MDGL Madrigal on this dump. Would I buy more? Down here. Would I buy at the 200? Absolutely. Would I buy at the channel low? Absolutely. It would be a gift. Okay, so for now, no rush. 297, 292, and 279. I would love to see 279. Okay, and it's one of those stocks that very volatile. You don't need a lot. If you can get 10, 15 shares, you can make decent money because it can move $50 in a hurry, and $50 with 10 shares, pay the bills. Okay, this stock is just one of those stocks that very volatile. Merck, haven't talked about Merck, but it's up in resistance. It's leveling out. Good news, get it off the bottom, but not good enough. Something I have not talked about in a long time. J&J, not low enough to buy, not high enough to sell. But if you're paying attention, that big nasty dip to the red flow, yeah, I'm telling you, if you have not enough eyes, okay, but that was a screaming buy. You know how I like the big green candle down like that. Yeah, it ripped. It ripped. All right, let's move on. Banks. Nothing here worth buying, but trim you should. Next up, 100 MA. Gap fill is coming up real soon. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of yeah, it's for trimming, not for buying. V, same thing. Ref high. Time to go. Time to trim. MasterCard, same. Look, they're all the same. See, ref high. Not random. Not random. If those was a red candle, as far as V and MasterCard, if this was a red candle, I'll be like, get the F out. But for now, at least trim. But if Monday to give you another wick, another one of those wick, yeah, you don't want to see a double wick. Okay, 2 wick in a row usually signal a short-term top is in. Okay, that's the way. Not all the time, but KRE, I am out and it moved. I'm out at the here last Friday, so time to go. If you want to stay greedy and get up there to the 58, 59, I don't blame you, but that's where you should say bye-bye. Okay, can you go higher? Sure. Morgan Stanley behave a lot like Goldman Sachs. Okay, so if you don't trim here, a gap fill, right there, the gap fill is 121 ish, so getting close. JPM, ref high, see, they're all the same, they all look very, this one's it's like a broken record. Let's move on. Energy, I sold spread 60, yeah, down here. I try to sell the same spread like 3 days in a row, and finally it triggered yesterday. So yeah, not much to say. I would love to short up here if it get up into, you know, above 75. If USO get anywhere in the mid 70s, my God, short. Okay, CVX, yeah, it is where it's supposed to be. Okay, this it is. XOM need to go lower. Oxy, struggling, but surprisingly still have not heard a darn thing from Mr. Buffett. What's going on? Surely it can't be a money maker anymore. Well, maybe it is. He's collecting a lot of dividend. Halliburton, I sold 2 naked puts last week at 19.5, and I will do the same Monday. Would I buy share outright? Yeah, if share, because I had 2 at 19.5 and it was flirting all the way until yesterday. If yesterday it was under 20 but above 19.5, I would have buy some share. But it didn't. It was well above 20. So I'm just like, okay. But if it dropped below 20, I'm buying. MDU looking good. Key spot here. I am in the money. Can we run into the high, ref high? It's possible. Earnings coming up next next week, so watch out. Would I trim if I see 20 above 20? Yeah. If I see 21, absolutely. I don't know. I'm not saying that, I'm not predicting that it will. I'm just saying that if the news is good, I have no idea if the news is gonna be good, the earnings is gonna be good. I have no idea. No idea. But for now, I'm letting TA do its work. I bought it when I talked about it for the past, has it been 3 months? Yeah. It based for 3 months. Everybody had plenty of chances to pick it up at the mid 16 level, right? Plenty. Even 15. You had 3 months. It hover around the 20 and 50, and now, yeah, it's go time. Okay, let's end the week on gold. GLD. I have replenished everything that I sold up here, got stopped out, all that stuff. Okay, I trim, I put in a stop at 303.75, I believe. Got stopped out of that, and then I replenished everything on this dump right here, Thursday. Everything and more. I actually end up with more share, a little bit more, not a lot, but would I buy more if I come down to 283? Yeah, come on down. I also saw a couple of put spread. That was one of the reasons I didn't buy more, because I had 2 put spread going last week, 294, 292, 293, 291, and those expire worthless. So I am more free to depend on what the action is on Monday, Tuesday. I can look to sell put spread below. I did sell a put spread yesterday that expire this Wednesday, coming Wednesday, at 288, 286. I think I got like $16, something like that, something down here. So I'm willing. Now, why did I do that? There's a gap fill right here. Okay, so my next buy is at the gap fill. The order is 292.65, I think. So I'm it's just below the gap fill, but there is an order there. There's an order at 286, as well as there's an order that I will move up for the 50 MA. So there's a bunch of orders, okay, for more shares coming in the next few level below. So I like GDX. Sold a bunch of now I missed this. I stepped out the last half an hour. I basically walked away from the market the last half an hour. But if I was around, because GDX ended up weaker, and I could have, okay. I completely took off my eyes off the ball here, because I had, actually, no, I did sell a naked put. What am I talking about? I was mistaken with another thing. I did sell a naked put. But yeah. Would I sell more? Yeah. Yeah. I did sell a naked put. I talked about it in a chat group. 45.5. Duh. Yeah, on like around lunchtime or after lunchtime, something like that. I was able to get $43 for a 45.5 put. Yeah, so I didn't miss it. Yeah. Old age, the brain stopped working as good as it used to, sadly. So yeah, would I buy down here? Yeah. Absolutely, 45.5 at this fib and below. that's a gift for the 200 share I let go up here. Yeah, so I don't mind bringing it back. Okay, but for now, not worth. I'm not buying here. Okay, SLV, I would buy. Where? Down here. Okay, I have ordered in at the 28.6 area at Reflow, and more order at the gap fill. Okay, so yeah, I don't mind. I put an alert right here to let me know that it's getting close. That alert is sitting right at the fib. But yeah, when that alert go off, then I know my order at 28.65. Basically, I put it in just below the low of the gap up for the overshoot, and then a bigger order sit at 28.4. So yeah, that's it. Out of here.